Happy Tuesday to you. This is the recording for my writing challenge. This is actually the recording for Monday's efforts because I go out late on Monday nights and hang out with friends and play board games and card games and stuff. So last night we had a good time, but I got home so late that I didn't have a chance to get the recording done. And Tuesdays are my work from home days, so I'm taking a lunch break right now to update the video, or to create the video and update you all on the progress from yesterday on the challenge. So as a bonus, since I have a little bit of time, I wanted to just real quickly show you how I kind of move the files from the Neo and into Scrivener, just to get a sense of how my process works. I think I've kind of alluded to it over the course of this challenge so far, and I wanted to actually show it in progress, just to show you how I work, how one writer works, and maybe you can be inspired by it, maybe pick up some tips, and if not, that's cool too. So anyway, we'll just do a really quick update here with the sprints. This is kind of the essential piece of it here, I suppose, of the challenge. You'll see Monday the 14th, 3 writing sprints. I stopped off at a cafe. It was actually a Panera Bread on the way between work and my friend's place, and had some time to burn, so I got 3 writing sprints done in that chunk, and you can see they were pretty closely packed in together, one after another. Got 30 minutes apiece, 13, 15, 1100, did a total of 4,000 words in that span of time. We're up to 56 in change, so we are closing in on 2/3 of the way here. And total of 20 hours of writing, 27.71 an hour. There's all the other stats. Looking at finishing this draft in a little over 8 days, so that's pretty exciting. Should be done with it next Tuesday or Wednesday, probably at the latest. And a total of 11.9 hours of writing. So you're seeing that this book is going to probably take me about 32 hours of writing time. Now, of course, that doesn't count all the countless hours I've spent outlining and thinking and reading and gathering information and just all that stuff that goes into building a book. So, with that being said, yesterday those 3 writing sprints actually resulted in 3 chapters of content, and just because I had my outline paperwork handy, I just kind of numbered them Chapter A, Chapter B, and Chapter C, just to kind of keep things clear. And then I started plugging those into the outline here. So Chapter A is the main antagonist reacting to stuff that happened in Chapter 21. So I plugged it right there, and I changed the label to represent that it's for him. So that kind of gives me, at a glance, I can see that I've had a antagonist chapter in 13, and now at probably mid-20s, and there's going to be another one a little bit later, and then he'll be in the big battle scene near the end. So that seems like a pretty good number of scenes for him. I might do 1 or 2 more. And then Chapter B was just more stuff that kind of followed on some of these, so I plugged it in over here. And Chapter C is an immediate, it will be the chapter right after Chapter B, whatever the numbering ends up being once I get to that point. And I just wanted to show you how I actually run pull these scenes together in a kind of making a sausage mechanical kind of way. So what I've done is I do all my draft writing on an Alphasmart Neo, which is basically an electronic typewriter with no distractions on it other than a calculator and a keyboard. I think I've talked about this before. And also on keyboards at length, there's a great Alphasmart thread if you want to learn more about this fabulous writing tool. So I plug, after I finish writing with the Neo, I plug it into the Mac using just a regular old USB cable, and I download those files right off the Neo onto the Mac, and they are saved right here in a little file called Jim's Neo Files. The one we're looking for is number 3, right? So I fire that up, and here's all the raw text off the Neo. So I will select all of that with the Command A, and then I'll cut it all, Command X, and we'll close that. and we'll come over here and we'll find chapter C, which is what we're going to be building in. There's chapter C. This is remember, this is the as I talked about it earlier, this is just a copy of my template for a Word document, for a text document. You know, the word target's already in place using the little target meter. The font face is already in place on the template, so I'm going to click my cursor up here, and I'm going to do paste and match style, so that text just gets dumped right in there in exactly the format I want. And now I just start cleaning it. So this was just to remind me what that scene was. And for whatever reason, the Alphasmart Neo, as I'm writing, it doesn't have the capability of tabbing a indent on its own. So all the tabs that I make to indent paragraphs are replicated here. So what I have to do is just really quickly just run through here and delete that extra tab, because otherwise that would mess up the formatting when I get around to compiling this into an ebook. So this just takes like 30 seconds just to fly right down the sentences and paragraphs here, just to pull those tabs back. So all I'm doing is just using the up and down arrows and the delete key to knock those extra tabs out. And then what I do is I go right back up to the top of the file, and this little thing right here with the brackets around it, that is my scene description. So I will remove that, I will cut X that, and I will go up to the corkboard, and I will find the card for chapter C right there, and I will paste that description right there. So that's done. Now I know that this scene takes place right after chapter B, so I'm actually going to just grab this card holding down the mouse button, and I'm going to drag it right up to go after chapter B. So I can put it before, I can put it after, I can put it anywhere. So I'm going to put it right after chapter B, and if you look over to the left, you're going to see the binder order change as well, because this is just an automatic shift. So boom, there's chapter B, chapter C, one after another, and you can see it right over here, it changed as well. So then we're going to go back to chapter C, and you can either click on it over here in the binder, or you can double click right here on the little text thing next to the title. So I'm going to double click on that, and it takes me right back to the manuscript. And now I'm going to just do a quick typo check. Here's that. I'm right clicking on it and picking the correct answer. This is actually a little faster than rekeying it. U10 is correct, Vinya is correct, that's a character name. Vinya's bedroom door slammed shut. Downstairs, regain her senses and balance. Slowly fizzling out. Managed to, whoops, push myself to my feet. I took a couple lurching steps. I gotta lay down before I fall down. Whiffed on the punctuation there, blah blah blah. And that's it. So as you can see, the text coming off of the Neo is really, really clean. Now obviously I am not doing an edit on this, I'm not doing a read through it. All I'm doing is just cleaning it up. Just cleaning up the typos, cleaning up any obvious malfunctions in the punctuation or whatever, but this text is pulled right off the Neo, super clean, and that's it. Then I go back to the corkboard, and I move on to the next chapter. I don't touch it again, I don't look at it again, I will not read it again until I compile this whole thing into a PDF and print it off, and then I read it on paper, and make notes, and then once I make changes that I get from because the PDF will go to my beta readers and my editor and me, and then I'll take all those comments, do one pass through, and then I'll compile it again into a Mobi that'll go onto my Kindle and it'll read to me, and then I'll make more changes. But for now, just pulling that text off the Neo. I can close this now. Pulling that text off the Neo into Scrivener, quick format, quick spell check, just to clean up any obvious errors. In fact, if I really wanted to go crazy, I could. Oh gosh, what is the? Is it edit? spelling and grammar. Check grammar with spelling, show spelling and grammar. I don't even remember. I don't even remember what the, whoops. There's an undo. Check document. No, I'll have Scrivener learn the spelling for Vinya. You see all those little squiggles went away. And, yeah, anyway. Alright, so I guess I won't worry about the spell check. We'll just leave it as it is for now, and until I can find it. And hey, if anybody knows how to spell check a Scrivener document, let me know. Otherwise, I'm not going to worry about it because I'll find all of it later. Anyway, so that, you know, there's chapter C. So so here's the outline in progress. Now, what I don't have represented here is when I was working in the Panera, I had a print copy of the corkboard, which I created just by doing a screenshot of the corkboard and then just writing into it. So I've got a hard copy of the corkboard that I have like 6 of these unassigned scenes filled in, and so that what that does, that basically is it's like this, where it says, hey, this scene is going to be about this scene is going to be about that. So I got the next like 6 or 7 scenes pretty much blocked out in terms of what I'm going to what that scene is going to be about. And once I write those, either the card descriptions or the actual chapters, I can start moving those up into the main body of the draft. And that's what I'll be doing today, most likely, because I gotta finish this up and go back to work, and then this afternoon I'll get cracking on the sprints for today, and hopefully add another 4,000 words or so to the effort here. Probably push close to. Actually, I should break 60. I should break 60,000 tonight. So I'll be 2/3 of the way through today, which is pretty darn exciting. So hope you enjoyed this insight into my process and are following along with the sprints. Things are rolling right along, and pretty soon here, I think I'm going to be soliciting viewers and readers for anyone who's interested in maybe being a beta reader on this book once it's done. I'd welcome some fresh eyes on it, just in terms of story, is it working, that kind of stuff. But I'll think about that and maybe tell you guys about it later. So anyway, hope you're enjoying your Tuesday. Have a great day. Happy writing, and talk to you all later.